Hey, what's up everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today we have ourselves a little Modern Horizons 2 Draft Booster Box battle. No Modern Horizons 3 is coming up. I am very excited, but we are not done with Modern Horizons 2 yet. So for those of you who are not familiar, we're going to open this thing up. We have 6 participants. Everyone's going to get 6 packs. We're going to open those packs up in rounds of 3, adding up all the mana values for the rares and the mythics. And at the end of this thing, the person with the highest total mana value and the person with the lowest total mana value amongst rares and mythics are each going to get one Wilds of Eldraine collector pack. Let us get to opening the box here. Man, this box is pristine. I should about just keeping it and storing it. But away we go. Okay. We are looking for fetch lands. We are looking for elementals. We are looking for all sorts of good stuff. Tiebreakers, while I get these things out, and we'll give it a little shuffle. In the event of a tie, we will take the highest mana value mythic as the first tiebreaker, the highest mana value rare as a second tiebreaker, and if we need a third tiebreaker, we'll have some sort of, I don't know, maybe a pie eating contest, maybe a jousting contest. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. Give these a little shuffle. Do one more here. Actually, we'll do 2 more. Oh, that was not very good. There's one. Losing packs here. All right, and 2. We have ourselves a full box here, so 6 packs apiece. We start off with Kazi for 6. David F. Patrick G. Future. Bear Paw. And last but not least, we got Joey B. We'll go 3, 2, 1. So we'll do 3 packs, 2 packs, and then 1 pack. Kazi, start us off. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun, huh? All right. MH3, I love you. Here we go. We're going to skip past the commons and uncommons. We've done like, 40, 50 boxes of this on this channel at this point. I think we have a good idea of what the commons and uncommons are. Start off with the hunting pack in the reprint slot. And first rare up is Damn. That is Damn. This is a very good playable card. Not bad. That's a 2 for mana value. Foil common behind that is Tormod's Crypt Keeper. And Damn's still like, it's always in that fringe, like $3, like anywhere from $2.50 to $4. But a very, very playable card. All right, Kazi, your second pack here. Okay, little Fey Offering. Prismatic Ending, nice. Ren's Run Hydra, Flame Rift. And rare of Lannis Cryptozoologist. That is also a 2 for mana value. Usually about like around the 6 mythic range for these draft boxes. Depending on what you hit in that reprint slot. If you hit something, there's a couple of good mythics there. Okay. Little Herd Baloth. Arcbound Whelp, Arcus Acolyte, nope, Flame Rift again, okay, and a rare of Glimpse of Tomorrow. That's a pretty small, yeah, nothing behind that, so that's a 0 for mana value, so pretty easy there. We have 2, 4, and still 4. That is a very low total there, Kazi. And we'll throw the Damn on top. David F., you are up next. Okay. Plenty of good stuff. Like we talk about mythics a lot. That's the easy one because there is some good stuff. But this set is still flush with some pretty good rares. And not even, fetch lands, Urza Sagas, Esper Sentinels, Douthie Voidwalkers, Yavimaya Cradles of Growth, Far From Mythic or Bust, Kaleidoscorch, Scour the Desert, Soul Snare in that reprint slot, and rare is a Dermotaxi, which is a 2, followed by token, Squirrel Token. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's like, what haven't I said about like good compliments for Modern Horizons 2? Ravenous Squirrel. Batterbone. That's pretty good in common. Rare Enchantress Presence out of that reprint slot as a 3 for mana value. And then, oh, there you go. First of the fetch lands, it is a Marsh Flats. Not bad. Not bad. We will still take fetch lands. We do not turn fetch lands away. All right, third pack for David. yet to see our first mythic, but a lot of ball game left. Young Necromancer, Raving Visionary, Scurry Oak, which is a very solid uncommon, Kyrion Ranger, and first mythic. It is Murktide Raging. Hey, Murktide, not bad. Still sees some play, and that is a big old beefy for 7 for mana value. I would sleeve that up right away. Not a bad hit whatsoever. So, David, through your first 3, you have a 7, still a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 for mana value. Plus a Murktide and a Marshflats. Not a bad start there, my friend. Oh, sorry. Piles wanting to stay put. All right, Patrick. Patrick G, you are up. So we saw our first mythic, and it was a pretty good one. Pretty good one. It's interesting. I think we'll start getting MH3 previews within like the Aero Amoeba gross in the retro frame, no less. Come on now. Within the next week or two, and we've already seen some spoilers. It definitely looks like there's some intriguing stuff already, and we've only seen the tip of the iceberg. So, all right, Angelic Curator. Unmarked Grave, which is a quality rare. Oh, and a foil rare. Hey, out of time. All right, you're out of time. That is a 3/4 mana value. On top of that, that foil rare. Usually 1, maybe 2 foil rares per draft box. So that is definitely not off the table. Actually, sometimes even more, but it's usually like 2 is about the average. All right, Patrick. Legion Vanguard, Glorious Enforcer, Brainstorm. And then, Upheaval out of the reprint slot. That is a 6 for mana value. Sure. Followed by a Suspend. And a token after that. Okay. Upheaval. Woo. Foundation Breaker. Tide Shaper in the retro frame. That's kind of cool. I wonder if Merfolk is going to be a thing. We've already, yeah. Lucid Dreams, Sea Drake, and Ave the Progenitor Ooze. Progenitor Oof. All right, so we have ourselves a 5, 6, plus 6, that's 12, 13, 14, and 17. That's pretty big. 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, plus 3, 17, yeah. So, one of the things we've already seen get spoiled or previewed or whatever you will is we know that there's going to be a free cycle, another free cycle of spells. We've seen the green one, and there's a blue one. And the blue one is, as you can imagine, it's a counter-target spell, but you must sacrifice a creature, a non-token blue creature, in order to do so. Pretty good, but there is some debate over as to whether it is super powerful or kind of mid, because blue doesn't necessarily have a lot of non-token creatures running around. And I'm wondering if Merfolk is just the archetype that would love to see that card, because you have good turn 1 plays. All right, Squirrel Sovereign. Specimen Collector. Counterspell. Rare is a moderation in the sketch treatment. And that'll do it there. All right. Curiouser and Curiouser, huh? All right, Future. Your second pack here. Thriving Watcher, Graceful Restoration, Barbed Spike. Rare out of the reprint slot is Chainer, Nightmare Adept. Pretty good card in its own right. That's a 4 for mana value. And then a Priest of Fell Rites. Haven't seen anything. We saw the Murktide and Marshflats pack. That's been easily our spiciest pack thus far. But a lot of ball game left. Tireless Provisioner, which is still a really good quality uncommon. Sweep the Skies, not the leg. Clattering Augur. Greed in that reprint slot. Rare is an Obsidian Charmaw, which is a 5. And a Gargadon in the foil as a foil common beyond that. So we have ourselves a 5, 6, 7, 11, plus 3, 14. 14 for Future. Okay, and Bearpaw, you are up next. Let's see the goods box. Show yourself, File and Tumor, Arcbound Javelineer, Scuttletide, Seal of Cleansing. Oh, here's a mythic. And his Garth One Eye. Rabble. Yeah, it's a 5 for mana value. Sure, it's a Garth, unfortunately. We do sleeve mythics here. So Garth, you know, will qualify. Actually, I think Garth is kind of... It's neat. It's not... Obviously, no, it's not great, but there's something to it about Garth being able to tap to create a Black Lotus token or a bunch of other cool stuff. So I do kind of like Garth, but it's just definitely not the card you want to see, especially as a mythic at this point. Caprichrome, Power Depot, Scourge Familiar, and Fractured Sanity, which is a good quality rare. That's a 3 for mana value. All right. So Garth is our second mythic of the box. We should still be live for a bunch. Bearpaw, your third pack. Shredding packs here. Flame Blitz, Lazotep Chancellor, Steel Dromedary, Patchwork Gnomes, and a Karth the Lion, which is a 4. Okay, so we have ourselves a 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 5, that is a 12. And Joey B, you're up. We're 1 fetch right now, 2 mythics. One of them is pretty good, the other one pretty not good, and 1 fetch so far. We're going to see this box. We're going to see this box turn up the heat. Strike It Rich, Ghostlit Drifter, Spreading Insurrection, Milliken, and a Resurgent Belief, which is a 0 for mana value. And next pack, another Tireless Provisionary. Sure, we'll take those. Prophetic Titan, Scour the Desert, Soul Snare, and Soul Talisman. Wow, double 0. Oh, plus Retro Frame Foil Necrogoyf, which is a 5. So I don't know if that's what you're rooting for. Like, gosh, you gotta love the Retro Frame foils, but Necrogoyf is, well, I mean, honestly, Necrogoyf is are we gonna have tribal? We've seen some previews from Modern Horizons 3. We know that Goyf is gonna be part of it. We know that Lure Goyfs are a thing. So maybe, I don't know, 5, still 5, still 5. Oh, that was only 2 packs. Got sidetracked. 1 more pack for Joey B. Our Goyf, so is Necrogoyf maybe possibly good? Huh. I mean, maybe not like Modern. It's still 5 mana value. You can cheat it. There's some madness. I don't know. Now I'm curious. I hadn't really considered that. Arcus Acolyte, Seal of Cleansing, and an Inevitable Betrayal. Why that's funny, Soul Snare, sure, and a Crab token, is if not for the foil Retro Frame Necrogoyf, you had all 0s. So 5, still 5, still 5, still 5. Wow, weird. And somehow you're actually not in the low. Kazi is in the low with a 12. David with with a 4. David with a 12. Patrick G in the high with a 17. Future right there with a 14. Bearpaw with a 12, and Joey B with a 5. Bizarro. All right, back to two more packs. So we're halfway through the box. We've seen 2 mythics and 1 fetch land, so we should still be live for some good stuff here. All right, Kazi, we are back to you for 2. Feast of Sanity, Abiding Grace, Clattering Augur. Here's a mythic. It's Mirari's Wake. That's a good reprint slot. Mythic. Nice. That's a 5 for mana value. And a Peru the Volatile after that. Well, you are no longer going to be in the low after this pack, huh? Sleeve up the Wake real quick. And you have 1 more pack, and then we'll get add old Peru the Volatile in there. The set has a pretty low mana value, except some of that things like Murktide and things like Peru the Volatile. Holy moly. All right. So we are striking it rich again. Vidalcan Infiltrator, Sanctuary Raptor, another Greed, and a Search the Premises for a 4, and that will do it. Kazi, I feel like you're now kind of like making a push for the high, because Peru is That's 8, 12, 12 plus 5. That is 17 in 2 packs. 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 4. That's 12 plus 5, 17. Wow, that turned quickly. All right. That suddenly puts you at a 21, Kazi. David, back to you for 2. Okay, Blessed Respite, Skyblade's Boon, Said and Done, Seal of Removal, and a rare is another Out of Time. Sure, that's a 3, and nothing behind it there, okay? Fey Offering, Rakdos Headliner, Combine Chrysalis, Sea Drake. Hey, David, you have both of the fetch lands so far. There's a Scalding Tarn. That is quite nice. Quite nice indeed. So that's a second fetch land and a foil Underworld Cookbook under that. Sleeve up the Tarn real quick. So that gives you a 3 4 mana value, which puts you at a 15. But you are you're kind of doing the best here so far with your 2 fetch lands and your Murktide. Okay, Patrick. Patrick, you were in the high coming into this round. You were to 17. With Kazi's crazy 2 high mana value packs, you're still chasing, but you're only chasing 4 at this point still. Right, Radiant Epicure, Mystic Redaction, Blazing Hootwalla. There is a Fire and Ice. That is a 4 for mana value out of that reprint slot. Followed by a Diamond Line, which is not a great card, but, you know, mana value is mana value. And then a Dross Forge Bridge. Here we go. Glinting Creeper. Arcbound Shikari. Liquid Metal Torque. Mog Salvage. And a Calibrated Blast, which is a 3, and nothing behind that. So we have ourselves a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Does put you at a, stepping on wrappers here, 26, which puts you back in the high as well for the moment. Future, by the way, come on, box, pick it up. We are up to 2 fetch lands, but we're still only at 2 mythics, and we haven't seen like any of the impact rares. Not okay with this. Not okay with this at all. Herd Baloth, Slag Strider, Monoscallion in the retro frame. Rare, hey, Patriarch's Bidding. There's a good solid reprint. Nice. That's a 5 for mana value as well. And then another out of time. It's our 3rd out of time of the draft box. We had a regular, a foil, and now the retro frame. That is weird. Okay. But Future, you were kind of pushing for the high, so Patriarch's Bidding in the out of time is not a bad place to be there, as far as mana value is concerned. Okay, Archfiend of Dross, Prophetic Titan, the Sketch, Rakdos Headliner, Zuron Orb, good old Zuron Orb, and a rare, oh, there we go, it's at least a 3rd fetch land. It's not going to help you for mana value, but getting somebody else on the board besides David on the fetch lands doesn't feel bad at this point either. So that is a nice Verdant Catacombs, very nicely done there, and that gives you an 8 for mana value. Puts you at a 22. Puts you at a 22. You are not in the high nor the low at this point, but you are in the hunt for the high. All right, Bear Paw. So what it is, we've got a 3 fetch land box going on. But where are the mythics? We've seen 2 foil rares come out of this box already. All right, Terramorph, Glorious Enforcer, Altar of the Goyf, interesting. Rare is a Curse Totem. Hey, Curse Totem's not bad. That's not bad. All right, that's a 2. There's a mythic, and it is a Cauldra Complete. Neat. Big old 7 for mana value and a quality mythic to go with. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. It's not top end, but you know what? Cauldron complete. That plays. All right. A little Blossoming Calm. Fast and Furious. Ren's Run Hydra. Another Zoron Orb. And another... It's a Dahada, and it's even a borderless. Oh, man. I wanted that to be better than it is. All right, so it's another Mythic. By the way, Bear Paw's got 3 of the Mythics. Weird. And it's a borderless Gaedrone Dahada, which is a 4. And then a Phantasmal Dreadmaw behind that is a foil common. I will sleep up the Dahada because it's what we do. It's neat looking, right? I love the art on it, but a little disappointing on the Mythic. All right, so we have ourselves a 7 plus 4. That's an 11. 12, 13. Bear Paw, that brings you up to a 25. You're not currently in the high, but you're just below Patrick G. You're certainly in the hunt. All right. So our Mythic count is all of a sudden elevated, but let's call it what it is. It hasn't been pretty. Fetchlands are great, but Mythics have been kind of woof overall. Batterbone. Oh, I forgot about the Mirari's Wake, huh? I guess it's another one. And at least it's a decent one. All right, Yavimai Elder, sure. Rare is a Search the Premises and the Sketch. That is a 4. Weird duplication. Okay, Necromancer's familiar. Sweep the Skies. Altar of the Goyf. Rare is a Squirrel Mob out of that reprint slot. Followed by a Sanctum Weaver, which is a decent enough card. And Joey, you were pushing for the low, so I think you still managed to stay pretty low. That's a 3, 4, 5. That's a 9, right? But considering your competition had 2 crazy high mana value packs, you're still in the low at this point. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9 indeed. Okay, so after 2 rounds here, we have Kazi with a 21, David with a 15, Patrick G in the high with a 26, Future right behind with a 22, Bear Paw with a 25, and Joey B in the low with a 14, just below David F. Last round. Good luck, everybody. Kazi. You have yourself a Terramorph. Aethersworn Sphinx, Captain Ripley Vance, Extruder in that reprint slot, and a Voidmere. I have questions about Voidmere being possibly good. We know we're getting a bunch of Eldrazi. We know we're getting a bunch of Eldrazi tribal or kindred stuff. And I just wonder, whenever a player casts a spell, if no colored mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell, if Voidmere might be a thing. It's a 2 for mana value. Marble Gargoyle. So 2... Kazi, that brings you up to a 23. That is not going to be good enough for the high, so now you need the people in the low to put up some serious mana values. David F. You are just below the low. You had a 15. Joey has a 14. You also have the tiebreaker at this point with that big old Murktide. Junk Winder, Dragon's Rage Channeler, Sudden Edict, Rare, reprint slot rare Karmic Guide. Not exactly what you wanted to see there. Followed by a Karth the Lion, which is another 4, and a foil uncommon Fey Offering. So that is a 4 plus 5. That is a 9. That brings you to a 24, which was not good enough for the high, and now you want Joey B to have a very high mana value pack. Patrick G, you were in the high, so you are pushing for mana value to pad your lead as much as possible. Break the Ice, Prismatic Ending, Lucid Dreams. Uncommon in the reprint slot is Gorilla Shaman. And a mythic, a second Garth the One-Eye. This box, ugh, gross. Well, it is a 5 for mana value, which is not the worst thing ever, but boy, these mythics have been pretty dreadful if we're calling it like it is. Like, double Garth One-Eye? Come on. All right. 5 for mana value. Brings you to a 31. So you're currently a Bear Paw is the next closest at this moment with a 25. But Future is kind of still in the hunt, and there are some other high mana value cards that we could see. Future. Squirrel Sanctuary. Spreading Insurrection. Monoskelion. Rare is a chance encounter, so you did get a sort of bonus rare, if you will, by getting one in the reprint slot. That's a 4. Followed by a Magus of the Bridge, which is a 3. I think that's going to be a little short, though. It's a 7. That brings you to a 29. So, unfortunately, no high or low. Bear Paw. Chasing 6, Bear Paw. And I think you have the tiebreaker with that Cauldron complete. So 6 gives you the high. It was a reprint slot rare, but it's a Riptide Laboratory, which is a 0 mana value. Ooh, but another mythic. It's an Endurance. Finally, at least a good rip out of this from the mythics. And unfortunately, is going to leave you shy of what you needed to get into the high. But Endurance is not a bad consolation prize. So we add the 3 mana value. That gives you a 28. You will fall short of David. But as far as mythics, you managed to get 4 of them. And at least you got 1 that counted, because Endurance was a sorely needed pull. All right, Joey. Joey B, you are in the low with a 14 at this moment. The next lowest is Kazi with a 23. Okay, Underworld Hermit. The Cookbook. Healer's Flock. A rare out of the reprint slot. It's another Riptide Laboratory of all things. Weird. So it's a rare, but it's not going to hurt you on the mana value. Followed by an Ignoble Hierarch, which is a 1, and a foil common Dusk Shell Crawler, which does secure the win for you as far as the low is concerned, giving you a 15. All right, so let's read off the totals here. Kazi with the 23, David with the 24, Patrick G in the high with a 31, Future with a 29, Bear Paw with a 28, close battle, and Joey B in the low with a 15. Let's be honest, this is not a great box. None of the impact rares showed up. We did get 3 fetch lands, but most of the mythics were pretty woof. Hopefully these prize packs can bring us a little bit more juice, a little more life. All right, we'll start out with the low. Joey, good luck. Come on, Eldraine. Show us the goods. Hey, all right, there's a borderless foil Scion, Scion of Peace. That's at least a decent way to start. It's not a big value target, but it's a neat card. So, another mythic. A Parallelize. There we go. All right, Eldraine. Thank you for showing up. We will take a Parallelize. Congrats, Joey. That's awesome. Heartflame Duelist. Werefox Bodyguard is the extended art. And a Thunderous Debut for an 8 behind that. Compulsion Hatching Plans. Cool. Well, at least the Parallel Lives. Thank you for showing up, Parallel Lives and the Will. Nice. All right, Patrick. Come on, Eldraine. Keep it going. Start off with a Song of Tottenance. Karmic Justice. Hey, at least it's an anime Karmic Justice. I know it's not one of the more sought after ones, but that's not bad. We like animes. Karmic Justice. Cruel Somnophage. Songbird's Blessing. That commander card? Yeah, it is. And an extraordinary journey. Impact Tremors, Nightly Valor. Not quite as there as the Parallel Lives, but Karmic Justice isn't the worst way to go. Prize packs bailing us out a little bit. That's what they're for, or at least to support. So that's going to do it today. Again, unfortunately not the Spices MH3 box. We've definitely seen much better. Mythics were brutal, other than the Endurance. We did get 3 fetch lands, but kind of missing on the things even the Douthie Voidwalkers, the Yabamayas, just things of that nature. Not even necessarily the Esper Sentinel and the Urza Saga, which are always obviously welcome. Pretty subpar box, if I'm being honest about it. Call it like it is, but a sweet battle. Appreciate the patrons. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support and participate. It's going to do it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, do me a favor, if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me a comment. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.